Hey everyone, Sparks here, and today I'll be starting a playthrough of a different game. That game being Major Minor. Now, Major Minor is a visual novel told from a first person perspective where you take on the role of a character who has won a competition to go on tour with a musician called Clace. Clace is actually the name of the person who made this game, so they've actually put themselves into the story there. But there again, every character that appears in this game is actually somebody's persona. So that's pretty cool. But I'm getting off track. Whilst on your way to actually going to the tour, you actually end up encountering a strange man who, well, your interaction with him pretty much drags you into an adventure that sees you going to other worlds and seeing many strange and wonderful things. And honestly, this game is pretty fun. So hopefully I'll enjoy it just as much the second time as I did the first time. It has been a while though, so I may very well not be able to remember how I'm supposed to go with the story, as in the course of the story you do have to make choices that can drastically alter how the story plays out. So hopefully I will be able to pick the right choices, as some of them are called true flags. And those true flags, you have to hit a certain number of them before you can get the true ending, and I really would rather get the true ending for my playthrough that I'm actually recording than have to go back and do another playthrough just to get the true ending. So, anyways, let's stop talking about it and just get straight to the game. Alright, so one of the things I do love about this game is the actual music. And because these two are on the actual cover, yeah, from what I remember, they are actually important to the story. So, let's start our new game. Using multiple save files is highly recommended. Both keyboard and controller are supported for input. F4 will enter wizard mode. F5 will return to menu. Please enjoy and choose wisely. I will. I will choose wisely. Where am I? Is this outer space? No, it absolutely can't be. I'd never survive in the void. I scan my surroundings. What I see should be an impossibility. Really, it should have just said impossible there, but who am I to criticize? A luminescent nebula gazes back at me. It twinkles, dancing across the sky. It's beautiful, but I'm not here to stargaze. Taking this scenario, I notice some key things. My feet are not on solid ground. I appear suspended. And for some reason, I'm able to hear and breathe. Those are two things you can't do in space. I count this as a blessing. I focus on breathing. There were exercises I could use to calm myself down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I can count any higher, though, I'm interrupted. At that moment, I realize I'm not here by myself. I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder, and I shiver. I expect to feel fear, but a rush of calm overtakes me. Hello, and welcome to the Ark. This is a very special place, you see. Only a select few are allowed to be here. This is home to those touched by fate, imbued with a power most would call fiction. Others have come, but now it's your turn. First and foremost, I require a name. Something to enter in the annals of time. Sure. First, I will comment on the fact that you are cute, and the fact that that gear looks a lot like the one the woman from the main menu is wearing. Coincidence? I think not. In fact, I know not. Anyways. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. Okay. My name is Sparks. Sparks, hmm? It has a nice ring to it. I'm sure you'll be remembered. My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. No one will remember me after this. Your presence here portends a grand fate, not just for you, but the universe too. That is the purpose of those who come here. To that end, what else do they call you? Your surname is just as important. And out of curiosity, I must know. Well, personally, if this allows me to, I would love to be able to put in the surname that me and my partner have been using for our characters, but nope. It's exactly 3 letters off. Weh. That makes me sad. Oh well. I'm gonna go with the surname I was using up until my partner started doing that. So, Narad it is. Sparks Narad, Very well. Pleasure is mine. In giving me your name, the deed is done. Your service to me and the Ark is pledged. But do not worry, you're not a slave. Your service rewards with your power, something that most would kill to achieve. Others must bend to the rules of the world, but for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you make a choice, reality will bend. Your every whim will fall to your lap. The universe now accommodates you. This is the power granted to you by the Ark. This is the power granted to you by me. Well, it appears that you're fading away. Do you long to return to Earth? I understand. There is fear in the unknown. I will find you again soon, and perhaps then we can talk a little more. Don't be scared, Sparks. I mean no harm. Yes, I will save the game, if only because it's important that I don't lose any point of the save file and can return if anything goes wrong. Because, yeah, with the choices, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So, hopefully I make everything right. I feel a rush of speed as I'm shot back into my body. It was almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Who was that man? And just what was the Ark? I scratched my head in a state of sheer confusion. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off. Continue on with your life. That's not the sensation I was feeling right now. I tried to ground myself in reality. I take in my surroundings, the noise, and people. I focused on my destination, Tokyo, Japan. I feel myself calm down, slowly but surely. The anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement, though many would argue what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? It had to be on the bucket list of millions of people. It was the first of many places I'd visit, and would surely be the best year of my life. I sat there, holding the armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. I tried my best to maintain my composure. A can of Popstar held firmly in my grasp. I wasn't one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. For a little bit more context, I'll say this. Popstar was the leading brand of energy drinks. In fact, it was almost as popular as soda. It had full endorsement from a famous pop idol. A contest was held to coincide with his idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. Those that found them got to travel with the tour, almost like a golden ticket from old childhood stories. The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm, a cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Clace. See what I mean? Big, big name and big important character. And look, it's the name of the person who made this. Hey, so when I say I picked up something of an addiction, that might actually be the understatement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions. So it took a fair amount of chugging in order to win. I asked myself if it was worth it, but that's subjective. At least that's what I told myself between jitters. Ener- Obsession with energy drinks causing jitters. Sounds like me back when I was having Monster. Of course, don't have that now, but still have the occasional soda, which, yeah, that is, yeah, still sounds like me there. Wish I had some Iron Brew. Anyways, being one of the lucky two came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Before I can continue thinking, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle has a nasty fall. If we're doing everything in past tense, it should really say had there. Or, I don't know. They brace their descent and land on the seat beside me. That takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly rises to his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Ed, you are adorable. Boop the snoot. Boop the snoot. I feel like I should have my camera on for this so you could actually see that I am physically booping his nose on the screen. Boop. So sorry, please forgive me. I nod my head. It's not the end of the world. Aside from my frightened, everything is fine. Although, maybe we could talk to pass the time. It's starting to get boring sitting by myself. First time on a train? Don't know what came over me. Just got dizzy and then BAM! Sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding. I really am. I try to explain to him that everything is fine, but he seems to think he's committed an awful crime. Aww. Ah! What fresh hell is this? Your choices will affect the way you are treated. They can also change the flow of the story. Remember, it is not possible to please everyone. This is true. Before you can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. The train comes to a screeching halt. Mechanical failure? That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? I can't help but snicker at that. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought a conch. Now I can be in power if we're stranded. Okay, somebody's watched too much TV. He goes to rummage through his bag. A bit of a bookworm too, isn't he? I said to just sit back and wait it out. Situations like this, there was nothing else to do. I tried to think of how I could pass the time. Might be a while until we're mobile again. I can't use my phone for anything other than texts. The charts while abroad were death sentence. In most countries, yes. If you're anywhere in the EU, then, traveling to somewhere else in the EU will be fine. Going outside, though, yeah, I would rather not risk it. And yeah, Tokyo, god damn, it's probably not one of the worst, but still pretty expensive. Going back home would already be asleep. There was quite a time difference at play here. Yeah, from Newcastle to Tokyo, definitely. Probably be like half the day at least. Ugh. My phone vibrates, and I go to look at it. Almost as if it knew I was thinking about it. It's Rook, the man I'm meeting at the train station. We're almost here. I can't wait all day, He's wondering where I am. I'm not sure what to say. Should I play it cool or let him know we've stalled? Personally, I'd rather him not worry, so... Not much longer. I tell him that I won't be much longer. No point in having him worry over nothing at all. This will likely resolve itself momentarily. He seems happy at my response. Good to hear. You know I don't like standing for long periods of time. Much better than having him worry I might be late. Argue for the best. He seems very obsessive. Or I guess you do now. Remember it. And quite demanding too. Yeah. But I guess he's a busy guy. Places to be and whatnot. I won't hold it against him. I see that the squirrel is also eagerly texting away. I put my phone back in my pocket and reclined in my seat. Wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to Clace, but he had to be pretty high up there. I was only given concrete details last week. I thought there'd be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told that this wasn't the case. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I wonder if he would go full-on cliché with a large piece of cardboard that said Sparks. Please let him do that. That would be awesome. And adorable. Oh man. Really hope he will be okay. My train rides are usually incident-free. Usually? But he said that this was his first time. He seems to contradict himself without realizing it. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other, just in case we're stuck here forever. Oh, how fun that would be. It actually would be, because look at you. Look at your cute little face. I do question what the little triangles on your eyes are, because they're like the one thing it doesn't coincide with the rest of your color scheme. Because, hair can stand out, and, your tail is blue and green, and your eyes are green, and your rest of your fur is blue, so... Is that green natural, or what? What's the story there? Please explain. You can call me Keela. I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at preschool level. I don't speak it at all, so you're lucky. I wish I spoke some Japanese. Fluently, preferably. I'm about to answer, but I stopped myself short. I have flashbacks from when I signed that NDA. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least, not until the media made it official. But then again, what harm could it do? It'd likely never find itself back to me. Plus, Keela could be impressed with who I really am. A friend would be a great thing to have while abroad. Some choices don't have immediate consequences. Should I tell him or keep it secret for now? I'm gonna keep it a secret, cause... honestly, in real life I would. Sorry, I can't say why I'm here. I decided to stick to my morals and not break the NDA. It was probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? People who want money want lawsuits. If he did let out my secret and word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there'd be hell to pay. Oh, you can't say? That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. Nothing to hide on my end, really. Clearly there is, considering you're going back and forth between your story. Whatever. He's still cute, so I'll let it slide. I thought he said he was here to meet friends. Now he's here to meet his brother? That seems odd. Nothing to hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I wonder if he realizes that I realize that he's hiding something. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up all the maid cafes. Of course, typical tourist. What about you? Would you ever go to a maid cafe? I've heard they're just the best. Maid cafe. Those were much like restaurants in Western culture. However, your waitress actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, get to know them. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How I respond to Keela, this choice will affect the flow of the story. Okay, now. Do I say I'd love to go one, or they aren't really my thing? Let's see. Going to a cafe, or sitting down, having your waitress come up, have her order your food, have her take your order, they have her come back and sit with you and talk with you, and no. Having a random stranger sit beside me while I'm eating would not be good. So yeah, they aren't really my thing. Oh, that's a shame. I've heard that they scare foreigners, or at least they judge without trying. You shouldn't knock stuff before doing it. Who knows, you might end up liking it. I don't think so. Before I continue talking, the train moves again, and the passengers are shaken up by the sudden movement. Keela beams a wide smile, as if this was a major victory. Oh, I was scared of nothing. For nothing. That didn't really last long at all. I hope he has fun wandering around those maid cafes. They may not be my thing, but he sure seems excited. Personally, I was more excited to meet Rook. I wonder what he'd be like. More probably, I wonder how he'd treat me. He certainly seems like an interesting guy. For a moment, I'm glad I didn't break my NDA. I don't think I would have been able to face him if I did. I find it odd that I'm analyzing my previous actions, as if I could have changed what I said and what I did. Perhaps it was because of that weird vision I had. I can control my own destiny, or something like that. A ridiculous thing to comprehend. If I could control my destiny, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be off somewhere living a life of luxury. There's no use thinking like that, so I stop. At that exact moment, a pain attacks my chest. More pain than I've ever felt before. It pulses with my increasingly fast heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively, only to find out that I can't move. Everyone around me seems to have frozen in place. I start to panic. I go to focus on my breathing like before. I can't breathe either. I sense someone behind me, and I feel it. A hand on my shoulder again. Pain fades away, and I gasp loudly for air. Is there something about his touch? Hello. Please give me your name. I hate not knowing your name. Terribly sorry for earlier. Our meeting seems to have been cut short. Perhaps you desire to return to Earth. After all, the universe bends to you now. Am I that frightening? Either way, I sense conflict within you. You think what happened earlier was a dream. Yet now your dream stands before you. I am real. The Ark is real. And the power that you have, well, yes, it's real too. I am not here to lecture you anymore. Your words and actions are your own, as is the power I have given you. However, you will be asked to help. You are not receiving this power for free, but I will let you run free for today. When I see you again tonight, I will tell you everything, and then your journey will begin. Yeah, I think I will save, because we're after a bunch of choices. And, oh, we've got some affection with Rook. No damage to affection with Keela. Yay. I was immediately shot back to my own reality. Or at least the reality I was comfortable with. But now I know one thing for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. I have no idea what to think right now. The confusion side of me intensifies. It's like millions of voices are fighting in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Hey, are you coming? Keela stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing. It appears that my body has moved on its own. Almost like something momentarily took over. Did I say something wrong? Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know I was lost in my own train of thought. He seems to giggle, as if this was a pun. It kinda is, if you think about where we are, what you just said. I decided to take the credit for it, perhaps in an attempt to ease my inner turmoil. At least he waited for me, or I'd be clueless right now. That's the last thing I'd want to be. Alone and confused in Tokyo. Bad combination. I apologize for the delay as we exit the train. Fright looms over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight will change everything. Yeah, it sure will. Earlier that day, in the courtrooms of Terra, a planet far from Earth, yet closer than was known to any. Oh, hello. You're kinda cute. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I present to you Lord Blair, your current leader in the race for mayor, and with that, your future king. I have been his humble servant for years, and through that, I am certain of one thing. He will bring Terra to an age of prosperity. Come now, Riley, you embarrass me. I'd rather speak for myself. I'm flattered, but they need to hear me. Yeah, they do. Oh, look at your face. Cute Tiggy. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. I shall speak of this prosperity on my own. This is something every Terran must hear. Under our current king, we are doomed. Forgive me, Lord Player. I had not meant to embarrass you. None foot of all these people. I mean you no fault, Riley. Have a seat. I'll call you as needed. Yes, my lord. Ah! Would it actually do that? It was on this side. When he turns, it should be on that side. Why is it still on that side? How did it switch sides? How did it do that? Explain! Alright, allow me to ask you all a question. You do not need to answer vocally. Just ponder on it as food for thought. If I may paint an image in your minds. You have a starving family. Your only desire is to feed them. You work harder than you ever have before, but you only have enough food to feed half. The rest of your family will simply starve. Though before you can eat, there's a knock. A violent rapping on the door of your home. You learn that it's someone new to Terra. They fled the destruction of their home. All they want is a new life on our soil. They beg for your food, almost dying. But if you feed them, your family suffers. In this case, charity is a curse. They live, and your family may die. So what would you do? You help a stranger, even if it goes on to hurt your family? I believe I know what your answer is. Why would I let my family die? Why would I give a stranger my food? I do not blame you if this is your answer. You work so hard for the sustenance. Why are you expected to just give it away? Why is Terra expected to give it away? This is the portrait painted of our world. A place to be taken advantage of, used. We can barely sustain ourselves, yet we need to care for these immigrants. Your current king is making fatal mistakes. He gives away freely, and he calls himself the immortal king. If he truly lived for several millennia, well, you'd think he'd have some common sense. Something Terra has been lacking as of late. Every immigrant we accept, they're another stroke on our canvas, one that paints us as lax and lazy. The more we accept into our world, the more we condemn ourselves to accept. This is the power of that word of mouth. At this rate, we will all die. Regardless of our origin, we will starve. I wanted a strict immigration law, but even this would not help us. We don't allow a disease to run rampant. We need to cure this blight permanently. A vote for player will give us severance, a disconnect from all the other worlds. No longer will they be able to use us. If elected, I will devote my life to this. I will ensure Terra's independence and our base right to live fulfilling lives. Only then will we be free from immigration. Only then will our resources be our own. That is all. Will there be any questions? I have a question for you, Lord Player. If you're accepting, of course. Please speak, my child. My name is Caleb. Please refrain from calling me child. I'm not one of your blind followers. The real problem lies with your greed. You're a noble. You have so much food. Why do you hoard and say we've run short? What? If people like you learned to share, well, we'd all be leading happy lives. You're not a single man. I've seen some inside reports. You hoard enough food to feed dozens. Inside reports? Wouldn't it be more fitting to share? The supply is there, Lord Player. Your campaign is based on a lie. Now why do you have so much food? You don't look that round to me. This is why Lord Veliquez wants a tithe. Not everyone, buddy, just the rich. So I don't think you care about our food, or any resources for that matter. You only care about removing foreigners. So my question is, what is the true reason you seek severance? What gives you the right to say this? You're speaking to your future king. Future king. Don't make me laugh. You're avoiding the question. Where is your proof? Accusations require evidence, Kalen. Something I'm sure you don't have. I laugh at the notion that I'm hoarding. Especially enough to feed dozens of people. I know the importance of giving. I would never keep that while others starve. Really? You fooled me? That story you just told everyone. I was about not sharing and giving. I ask why you seek severance, and you go and get this defensive? Your rhetoric speaks volumes, Lord Clare. There's no need to discriminate here. Everyone deserves food and shelter, not just those native to Terra. I seek severance to be independent. I only want to share amongst our own. I don't want a reputation of charity. I want Terra to thrive on its own. If we keep giving things away, we only give off a bad image of ourselves. Well, even if you did achieve severance, we'd still be full of immigrants. Not only that, but their descendants too. How does this make you feel? Simple. We'd establish a new Terra. Once we are severed, we'd all be natives. We'd unite as one self-sustaining world. Funny you should bring that up now. Rebranding our entire world? You'd think that'd be part of your campaign. Typical politician. Making things up. Turning all the negatives into positives. I'll give you credit, but I'm not fooled. Ask again for proof, child. Fine. Your servant Kalu has all of it. He provided a peculiar shipping manifest. It should be all that we need to prove this. What? And the evidence substantiates his claims. Claims of hearing immigrant hate speech, a nightly pastime of yours, it seems. I'll let him handle it from here. Another blue boy! Yay! Cutes! Boobs and cutes! So cutes! I can confirm all that Kalen said. Kabu, you traitor! What have I done to deserve this? At first, I thought Claire was my friend. I know I'm not from Terra, but it made me feel wanted, like a son. But he started to hate immigrants so much. I realized more that I was only being used. He has wanted a cheap servant, and now recently he's been hoarding food, creating nothing but an artificial shortage. One he can conveniently blame on immigrants, and one that he could use as cover. He conveniently hides his hatred, while supporting his campaign for mayor. The problem isn't those coming to Terra, it's the greed of those that live in it. Our mortal king speaks the truth. A tithe on the upper class, yes. Then everyone will be fed. Vote for Velasquez's continued reign. You know you speak lies. Why are you doing this, Kabu? Please look at this shipping manifest. It'll place it here for all to see, that you may know Claire's true nature. Remember, he owns lots of land on Terra. This is but one of many instances. I'm positive he hoards at his other homes. Forged! The evidence is forged! Do not trust such infantile accusations. It was likely created by Velasquez. Riley, have a word with the people. Ensure they realize Kabu's deceit. And guards, please detain those two men. Okay. And now we're back at the train station. Oh, that was interesting. And I'm sure it'll come back later. We've noticed that there aren't many people standing around. The initial rush must have already subsided. At least Keela waited for me. How long was I out? Well, I guess this is it, huh? I kind of pictured a grander entrance, but there's really nobody here. Oh well, I should have expected less. That way you don't get disappointed. It's better than getting your hopes up. That was sure an odd way of looking at things. Of course, nothing about Keela was normal. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange numbers, just in case. I know you don't really like maid cafes, but I can tell you so much about Tokyo. I read about this place online for weeks. There's a lot of stuff to do here. I'm sure we can come to some middle ground. He pulls out his phone and waits my information. I pull the phone out of my pocket and do the same. After a few moments pass, we exchange our digits. Yay! I got his contact information. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. I'm always glad to make a new friend. He starts to scurry away. I hope he's a texter. I hate getting phone calls. It seems so weird. Jerry's just definitely hooked on text messages. Definitely true considering how much I use Telegram. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook never gave me detailed information. I expected to be right there when I got off, but I don't see anyone at all, actually. I quickly turn a corner and bump into a helpless woman. Hey, watch where you're going, will ya? Oh, it's the woman from the main screen. Hello. I step back and immediately apologize. I tell her I was just looking for my friend Rook, saying the fact I'm a foreigner and... Foreigner? Oh, so am I. But I'm no concierge. You should probably tell your friend to meet you in the atrium. She points towards the large open area. Guess that's a good enough landmark. I thank her and start to follow her direction. Before I can get too far, hand grips my shoulder. Oh no, could it be that man again? Please just give me some peace and quiet today. Hey.
Yeah, another cutie. Boop.
Are you so lonely that you've taken up talking to yourself? That's weird. I'm extremely relieved. Oh, and I thought it might have been that man again. But no, this must be Rook. What does he mean by talking to myself? Whatever. Glad you're here. The PA speaker mentioned possible delays, and that's not something I can tolerate. We're on a strict schedule. S-T-R-I-C-T. He starts typing away on his tablet. Strict. Adjective. Acting in close conformity to requirements or principles. Ever heard of that word before? Wow. I thought Gil was a character. But I guess I would be a little upset if he was bored. No one likes to stick in the mud. So, where's the other one? I was confused. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. I asked him for clarification. The other contest winner, I mean. You were supposed to be together. Wait, what? Ugh, insufferable. I hate being lied to. Drop the act. Seriously, where is he? I tell him I have no idea what he's talking about. I didn't meet anybody on the train except for Keela. Wait, could that mean? No way. Out of the shadows, someone shuffles towards us. Hey, you two. You were watching us? That's exceedingly creepy. What a group. We have ourselves a stalker, and someone who talks to themselves too. I really don't get what he means. I was clearly getting directions from that woman. I wasn't watching you, I was just shy. And hold on a second. You're the other contest winner? He really emphasizes the word your. I'm unsure if I should take offense to this or not. But now I'm glad I didn't break the NDA. Rook would have found out for sure. I guess you should have expected it. Both on the same train, both English speakers, it adds up. Hey, well, either way, I have to say, I'm really glad it's you. I feel like we got along on the train. Even if it was only for a few minutes. I know you don't like maid cafes, but we'll be spending lots of time together. I'm sure we can figure something out. Yes, I will save the game. And I think I'm actually going to call it for the day as we're approaching 40 minutes. And, you know, really not a good idea to spend too much time on anything. So, we'll finish off Chapter 1 next time. So until then, guys, see ya.